What are the challenges with cloud computing? So the first challenge is data security. Data, because the data travels from the user through to the cloud computing system, and there it is available on some other infrastructure and hardware. Data security is one major question. And in so enough user authentication and authorization, identity management, data encryption, access controls mechanisms, all these are to be in place. The next challenge is cost management. So consider if I have 10 systems, but always two of the systems are in use. So the cloud service provider has to have enough and extra resources, so that enough and extra so that it caters to any increasing demands also. But sometimes that can lead to lot of costs. So if always my two systems are in use, I need to have some few more resources, extra resources for rising demand. But then because other times it is available, it has to be available but not being used, the cost management becomes an issue. So there are times when there are huge costs incurred to the enterprise using cloud computing. So when there is under optimization of the resources, that is, the resources are not being used to their full potential, it adds up to the hidden costs. So if there is a degraded application performance or sudden spikes or overages in the usage, it adds up to the overall cost. Unused resources are one of the main reasons that the costs go up. So what we can do is, so in case if we are expecting that during the weekend there will be less of services usage, so we can turn off some instances of the cloud. So all these can be done so that the costs can be controlled. Then multi-cloud environments. Now what is multi-cloud environments? Multi-cloud refers to multiple public clouds. Few enterprises use multiple public clouds where they might use multiple public clouds for various purposes, or they might use infrastructure as a service on one cloud, platform as a service on another cloud. So there are various models in which this multi cloud can be incorporated, and that becomes a challenge with cloud computing as to how seamless service has to be offered among these multi cloud. Performance challenge, that is, information has to be available quickly on demand. There cannot be any latency in uh, delivery of the service. So due to which performance always has to be very quick, and uh, it should provide the best user experience as to be given, for which the server should be proficient enough to handle the traffic, and to always check upon the efficient usage of the resources, to handle the fault tolerance, to handle failure of a system. Everything has to be handled efficiently. The next issue can be interoperability and flexibility. So sometimes the applications which are written for one cloud may not be possible to be migrated to another cloud. So interoperability and flexibility can also be an issue. Sometimes the applications which are written for on-premises hardware may not work with the cloud. So interoperability and flexibility becomes a challenge when we move from on-premises hardware to the cloud. There's always a high dependence on network. The cloud computing does not work without network, so always has to be good network. There cannot be any there cannot be any downtime with the network. So the organizations have to spend a lot of money on the network. The last challenge is and the next challenge is lack of knowledge and expertise. People are still in the nascent stage of understanding cloud computing usage. There are developers, but then understanding is still little new to the general public. So it slowly should get uh, inbuilt into the system. Thank you.